Arr, you scurvy dogs! Dead Man's Point right here in San Diego.
Hey, this is Dead Man's Point. Let's come take a look. This is one of these haunted spots in San Diego. Kind of a cool, morbid spot that not many people know about. Right here, around the gas lamp, downtown by the port. Lovely little bit of town. The old statue of the sailor kissing the woman after World War II. That's over at the other end here, and Seaport Village down the road. But right among all this beauty and nice little, you got the Embassy Suites, nice little tourist hotels. In the middle of all this is this very morbid spot, La Punta de los Muertos, Dead Man's Point. So this is a place where a lot of sailors, some of the first Europeans who came through here, they were surveying the area. And, well, no, not the first. They'd already had settlements here. I'm talking out my ass. But 1782. So yeah, there were plenty of explorations being done. But it was a ship, they were doing some surveying, and a lot of the sailors died of scurvy. I think they died on the ship, but they didn't want to just dump them in the ocean. They wanted to give them a proper Christian burial in the ground, and so they buried them right here. You're too late, guy. They died in the 1780s. These people are... That's weird. Yeah, so all throughout this little garden that you see here, this little picturesque garden right by all these kind of bougie shops, are a lot of dead people buried there. These sailors who died of scurvy out in the high seas, the Spanish sailors brought them ashore. Who was this guy? Don Juan Pantoja y Arriaga. He was the pilot of the ship. Brought their bodies up here and gave them a Christian burial here. And so their bodies are still buried underneath this ground, right in the middle of touristy downtown San Diego. Here at Dead Man's Point. Now, an interesting thing about this point too, one of my earlier videos, we went up to the Witch's Tower, which was over by the old Presidio, by where the old mission used to stand. And in that Witch's Tower, there is this star. Apparently, the history of that star, now people will use it for occult rituals nowadays, but that wasn't the intention originally when they put that star made out of bricks. Now it looks like a pentagram, but it was a common symbol of the Daughters of 1812, I think was the group. Kind of a historical society of American women. And they would use this star a lot, often surrounded by a circle. But that star was placed in the Witch's Tower with one point pointing to a different historical site in San Diego. So one of the points, obviously, it points toward the Presidio, the old mission. One point goes to Old Town. One of those points on the star comes directly here. It's pointing at Dead Man's Point here in downtown. So that old occult Witch's Tower has a star with a point coming to this final resting place, this grave site of all these Spanish sailors from the 1780s. So their bodies are still here. We'll let them rest in peace. And maybe we'll go check out some of these restaurants, see if they have any ghostly activity because of all the dead people buried here. Dead Man's Point, La Punta de los Muertos.